Hey, Sneekylinux back for a real quick one. Right, a few days ago, apparently, I've only just been catching up. The Linux Gamer put out a thing for people to say, why I use Linux. Okay, why I use Linux. Well, for me, it's a long story. I've been using Linux for a really long time. Okay, from back in the day when things actually didn't work. Okay, but nowadays, when you use Linux, everything basically works, even if you have to do some workarounds. So say I want to play World of Tanks, it works. If I want to play War Thunder, it works. If I want to play on Steam, it works. If I want to do live screencasts, it works. Everything basically works. Okay? This wasn't the idea, well, wasn't ideal, say around about 10 years ago, when I was really full-time, okay? I first went full-time Linux in around about 2007, okay? Maybe 2006. I tried distros before, okay? Like, should we say, Ubuntu. But they were pretty basic. The audio was crap and the Wi-Fi was crap. But nowadays, when you start something up, it just works, basically, at the end of the day. So what I'll do for you now, I'll just start up something for you, okay? I'll tell you what. What should we do? Okay, Spotify works. The app works. It just works. Nothing does not work. If I don't edit my videos, I can use Knife. I'll open it up for you. You can have a look on why it's doing that. I'll have a bit of drinkage. Sort of cranberry, I would say. So it's open shot. Sorry, this not. It's Live, by the way. This is in 1080, 60 frames per second. This will do 4K rendering if I want it to. Remember, I've got quite a big machine now. Okay, so I've got an 8-core machine, so 4K is not a big deal for me. But say the ones I do for the tube, I just use open shot because it's just quicker and simpler and easier. I don't bother doing intro stuff and stuff like that. Yes, I do put music on sometimes, but for basic stuff, you don't actually need anything else. I open up the browser. So Firefox is default. It's now Firefox Quantum. Yeah, that's my main page here. So we'll go to Distro Watch. Okay, we'll just click it. It just works. Everything works. You don't actually need to pay for an operating system. Everything just works. If you want to do editing for your photos, as some of the guys have already said, everything works. There's nothing you cannot get for Linux that doesn't work. There's the odd program. I mean, the main programs, I've used quite a lot of different versions of Linux, varying from Sabian, Gentoo, Arch. The list will go on and on and on. Sabian, I'm having a bit of a problem, but it is Gentoo based, and I'm using some niche programs like Simplify 3D, Idea Maker, and stuff like that. Okay, that's just for 3D printing. But there's nothing that can't be solved. Yes, you can run VirtualBox. Everything can be done. What about Blender? That's the latest version of Blender. I'll open it up for you. It just works. It just does what it says on the tin. And that's the reason I've kept using Linux, because I had faith back in the day that I knew it would all get worked out at the end of the day. And now we're at a standstill between all the operating systems. There's certain things that don't work between them, but I think in the next year or two, there will be no difference between any operating system. You'll just use what you want to use. And I choose to use Linux because, number one, I'm tight. Okay, I don't want to pay for my operating system. I don't want to have to pay Windows, so Microsoft, or whatever you want to call it, £100, £120 for their version of their operating system. Then I'll still have to pay more money and go and find all my drivers. When I install an operating system, all my drivers are there. Okay, I just plug it in, boot it up, install the system, we're done. What more can I say? Plus you can get some beautiful distro backgrounds here. Look, fantastic one. The only problem I still have is mix at the moment, because it takes up all the audio. But then I'm not using jack. If you don't know what jack is, look it up. Okay, jack your body. That's what I'm going to say, guys. That's why I use Linux. Sneekylinux out. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.